This is the 6000 BTU Window Air Conditioner by Zafro. So in this video, I'm gonna do a quick unboxing and installation and test some things out with these gadgets. So let's start with the unboxing. And also, in case you're curious, the size of this box is gonna be 18¼ inches by 15¼ by 17. And I'll start right at the top over here. And the first thing I see is going to be this booklet. It's going to be instructions on how to use it. Ooh, and then actually, this will be easier if I put it down here. And it's got some plastics that I can raise the whole thing up from. Ooh. Ooh, and there it is. And right over here is going to be that top piece, the bracket. There's some styrofoam all over here. And then here we have the window sash. Ooh, and actually there's a little bit more stuff at the bottom too. So there's all the hardware. This is to attach it to the window. There's the remote control. Followed by the window shutters and the adhesive foam piece. All right, so now it's time for installation, and we're gonna start on the top here, and we wanna grab the top rail, and it's gonna be this right here. We're gonna have the sponge at the bottom, and then this faceplate should face towards the outside like this. And then on the top, there's gonna be 4 holes where you can screw it in, and I'm gonna be grabbing the smallest 3/8 screws. And here's a better look at this. There, just like that. And now it's time to install the shutters. So here's a better angle. And there they are. So keep in mind that there's gonna be a right and a wrong way to place these. So right over here, we're gonna see labeled right. This is gonna go on the right side. This one will go on the left. And to put it in, we just wanna stretch the accordion part out and make sure it's past these 2 parts. And that's so we can actually slide it right through these 4 holes. And then this can go right in here. And then the same thing on this other side. And I'll give it this angle so you can get a different view. And the same thing, just stretch this out. And there, just like that. And now I'm gonna pick my spot, which is actually gonna be right over here. There, that looks about centered. So I can close that off. And just make sure this is positioned correctly. Oh, I see. I think I put this a little bit too low. This should go a little bit higher up. There. And honestly, the way this is made is a little bit strange because I can't get this quite right. So if you take a look over here, at the bottom, let's see, right over here, there's this metal part, and this can actually only go in so inside. So this is as close to as I can get it. And when I put it here, I'm not able to close it, and if I bring it more inside, it kind of defeats the purpose of this. Because this should be like right over here so I can attach to the window. So this is made a bit strange, so I guess this won't be the most efficient of the ones I'm testing out, but that's fine for now. I'll leave it as is. I'll remove this paper and also all these stickies that are on it. And then it's time to test this unit out. Actually, I forgot, there's still a few more things to do, one of which is to add the adhesive strip. So this one's gonna go on the top here, so you do have to open up the window again and stick this to the bottom. This is just to give it a little bit more of a seal. And then we also have this seal, and this is gonna go all the way at the top. This just pushes in just like so. And then there's also gonna be some brackets to install. So we have this L bracket, and this is gonna install right over here, and this is gonna be for that window sash. There, just like that. And it's also time to attach this, but it's not really gonna fit here, and that's because of my windowsill. If I had a windowsill like all the way against it, I can actually screw this in here. So this is kind of useless, and it doesn't come with the other options for this type of window, so I can't really do much about it. But that's about it. It comes with two of these. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. So now time to test the unit out. All right, now that this is installed, let's go over everything, starting with the top. So there's gonna be two individual sections which you can move up and down, and then we can also move these little fins left to right. Now all the way on the right side, this is where the air filter is gonna be. So this just comes off just like so. And we're gonna have several buttons, so I'll start with power. This is gonna turn it on, and it does take a few seconds for this to actually start working. And I'm going to, let me change fan speed to low. So now let's go over the buttons themselves. With fan speed, it's gonna dictate how fast the fan is spinning, whether it be low, medium, high, or we can set it to automatic, so it'll just automatically adjust. There's also gonna be 3 different modes, plus an auto mode, which will automatically change. Cool mode, this will be the actual air conditioner itself. We have dry mode, this is gonna help reduce some humidity in the air. And then fan mode with the wind just blowing, and then automatic, so it just does whatever it thinks it needs. And then we can set the temperature with these 2 buttons over here. And let's see how low this goes. If I hold it, I can't hold it. All right, if I go to cool, this will let me go all the way to 61. And I can go as high as 88. We also do have a timer. So when I press the timer, it starts in increments of half an hour or 30 minutes, and then we can set this up to 24. But where is it? Yeah, up to 24 hours. There's also sleep mode. In sleep mode, lights are gonna turn off besides this light right over here. And with eco mode, the AC is gonna automatically turn off once it reaches the desired temperature, and then turn back on once it drops below it, or above it in that case. And then similarly, we also have the same controls on this remote control here. Now it does come with batteries included, and it's fairly lightweight. But now, time to actually do some measurements. All right, we're gonna start off with the decibel reader to see how loud it is. So let me just turn this on so you know what like a base level is in this room currently. So the ambient reading sits at around 45 decibels. And then moving the fan speed to low is increasing the noise to around 64.5 decibels. Moving it to medium, it's going to slowly start creeping up, reaching just about 66 decibels. And now at high speed, we're getting around 70 decibels. But turning it off slowly brings it back down to under 44 decibels. All right, now similarly, let's check out wind speed. And I'll start with low. Oh, whoops. All right, there, about 9.7 or so miles per hour. There, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, actually, you know what, around 9.4-ish miles per hour, and this is for low. Now let's head over to medium. This goes up to about 96. Ooh, looks like it did drop a little bit too. And now let's go to high. This is around 10 and a half, 10.6, 10.7. And one thing I will say during this test that I'm noticing is that it does take a while for things to load up. So like when I press the power button, there's a delay. When I press the fan speed from low to medium to high, there's going to be delay as well too. But with that out of the way, now let's go on to the next test. And that's going to be measuring the temperature and also checking out the wattage. So while this loads up, let me turn, actually no, let me not turn it on, just so you can see what kind of a baseline looks like. Now keep in mind, I did have this on for a little bit, so it is still going to be a little bit cool, and then you can also see it here, it is still blue. And so there, yeah, right in the center, this is going to be 80, oh no, about 81 and change. Yeah, 81 and a half degrees Fahrenheit. That's going to be the coolest setting. When I go down over here, about 84, and then now let's go to the shutters. The shutters are 94. Yeah, it's much hotter. And the way this test is going to work is I'm going to keep it at a consistent medium fan speed, and I'm going to keep the mode at cool, and we're going to go all the way to the highest setting. So we'll go to 88 and see how cool this gets. 10 minutes, I'll do that, and after 10 minutes, I'll change it to 78 and then go down to the lowest setting. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, so it's been over 10 minutes, it's 13, and we can see that the wattage changed to 553. And now let's check the temperature. And now everything is basically blue around over here, but I think at the vents it's gonna be the coldest. And right here it's at 87.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's gonna be a little bit cooler than what the goal here is of 88. Now let's go down to 77, and I'll be back in another 10 minutes. All right, so it's been over 20 minutes now. We're at 580 watts. And let's see what the temperature reading says. This one's now at 53.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Very cool, and then you can clearly see a big difference between it. So now let's go another 10 degrees or 11 degrees, and I'll be back in another 10 or so minutes. All right, so it's been over 10 more minutes, and now let's take a look at this. We got the wattage at 578, and now for the temperature. Oh, and one more thing, I actually ended up changing this to 61 degrees, and this is the lowest setting it's at. And here we have, it's at 52.5 degrees Fahrenheit. And then let's take a look at the shutters again. Shutters are at 92.7. So overall, using this AC was pretty simple. It also does come with the remote control. The only issue about this is the fact that right over here are the gaps. That's one thing I didn't like about it. And then also the fact that whenever you do press the buttons, there's like a little bit of a lag, but that's kind of it. The biggest gripe would be here. And this part here, now you saw that it changed. It took a few seconds to change. But yeah, that's a quick look at the AC.